Thank you for that live report. The Springfield Police Department is once again urging businesses and vendors to be vigilant in checking for skimming devices after finding several of them across the city in the past week.
Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lockery joins us live in studio with more. Reagan?
Well, Abby and Chris, Springfield Police are investigating 4 incidents over the weekend. Police are asking for the public's help to locate the suspect pictured on your screen, who was allegedly caught on camera removing a skimming device from a point-of-sale device inside a convenience store. Meanwhile, earlier this week, these 2 suspects were captured by surveillance camera placing an alleged skimming device on a point-of-sale device inside at least 1 convenience store. Western Mass News spoke with Springfield Police Public Information Officer Ryan Walsh, who tells us Springfield Police believe the suspects may be working together.
There's definitely some leads on some individuals. There's different towns and cities in Massachusetts that have the same suspects in similar cases. So our detectives are working hard to track them down.
Now, Reagan, did Walsh share any types of advice that you can share with customers in order to keep safe in stores?
Suggest businesses check their point-of-sale devices, ATMs, and gas pumps daily for skimming devices or any signs of tampering. If the reader seems loose or crooked, that's a red flag. And coming up at 5, I'll have more on how customers can also keep themselves safe. Reporting live in studio, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.